Welcome back, Delgado's Rants. Yours truly, your everything coach, Joe Delgado, helping you become indestructible. Indestructible me, it's the platform to do it. We're going to change the world by changing the mind. Glad that you're here with me today. I want to talk about a concept. This is going to be, I guess, the essence of like the whole, mindset. Maybe you'll understand a little bit more and more about what people are talking about when they say mindset, or when I talk about mindset, is control time, don't manage it. It's the concept today that I want to talk about. This is something that I talk about this guy all the time, but Grant Cardone, he's mentioned it in one of his books, and once he said it, boom, I was like, I started to re-look at, time. Because you hear this all the time, right? How do you manage your time? Time management. You got to have good time management skills. And it's all the time, especially being in leadership or, 4-hour work week. We live all busy lives. How do you manage your family life with kids, spouse, your work, your business, fitness, health, blah, blah, blah? How do you manage it? So once I heard this concept, I was like, well, I agree with this dude. You don't manage it. Why would you manage? How can you manage it? Time is going consistently, no matter what. Because you hit snooze on that alarm button today, or your watch died, that doesn't mean time doesn't continue. It's just constantly moving forward. It's moving forward. It's moving forward. So how do you manage it? It's a constant. How do you control it is the better thing. How do you get time to work for you or optimized for you? And I will tell you, I guess, a story. When I was in Ohio, I had a manager, single mom, working. She's trying to take on a lot of responsibility with the job that she had and everything. And one morning she was just like, I just don't have time. I was like, okay, let's scale this back a little bit. We have 160 hours a week, no matter what. You work 45 hours a week. Okay, so that's, what is that? That's 100. So 168 minus 45 is 123. And you gotta sleep every night. You're most likely laying in bed for too long. You minimum for human beings is 7 to 8. So let's say 8 hours. 8 times 7, or 7 times 7 is 49. So let's just do that. So 49 hours. I'm terrible at math. So you have 74 hours left every week outside of work and sleep. So divide that by 7. That's 10 and a half hours every single day that you have. Okay. So that's a lot of data. What does that all mean? So we're taking out the things that you are kind of forced to do, sleep and work. And we obviously have a bunch of tasks that we have to do every single day, right? Shower, eat, all of that. How long does that honestly take? Like I shower 10 minutes. Maybe let's say 20 minutes you shower. Okay. And then eating and making food or getting food, going to grocery store, that's only like once a week, hopefully, or whatever. Drive time, blah, blah, blah. So for the most part, that's about 2 hours of your day, every day, of doing all those miscellaneous tasks. That leaves you with 8.5 hours every single day. Now, let's say you don't sleep for 7 hours. Let's say you sleep for more. Let's say it's 3 hours extra. So let's say you're in bed for 10 hours, which is It's crazy to me. 10 extra hours, that's 21. Throwing a lot of numbers at. But no matter what, we scale it down, it's 5.5 hours, right? It's 3 extra hours of bedtime. That's 5.5 hours every single day. That's almost a full-time, that is a full-time job. 5.5 hours over 7 days is 38.5 hours. That's literally a full-time job. So then I told her, I was like, listen, you just got to restructure your day. And most of you probably are like, well, yeah, that's just managing it. No, the thing is, I am working with my willpower in mind, my stress in mind, my knowledge of life happening in mind. Everyone always talks about the fact that getting up early sucks. Doesn't work. It's not for me. That's fucking stupid. Because that will control your time. Every morning you wake up early, hence why I call this beat the sun up. Every morning that you're waking up early, and you can get done so many things, and your phone's not going off with social media, calls, orders, all this other type of stuff. You're not getting blasted with emails, with work. You're not. None of this is happening. So it's literally just quiet, peaceful. If you are in a household with family, most likely everyone else is sleeping, right? And then, so my example, she had a daughter. So what you could be doing, it would suck in the beginning, is you can get your daughter up earlier, and that's going to tire her out so she falls asleep at night, so you stay to a good sleeping schedule. Right? So she goes to bed earlier because she's tired out because you wake her up early and she's doing stuff throughout the day. But you can wake up earlier. Right now you're getting up at 7 or 8, get up at 5. That's literally 3 extra hours. And then you can, before you get your daughter up, you can exercise and plan your food for the day. Eat right, healthy, and all that type of stuff. Right? You're controlling. You're having I talk about this all the time. There's a ton of forces. And that's the difference between controlling and managing. When you're managing it, you're just going through the forces and trying to optimize schedule time. Controlling it is being prepared for those forces so they don't affect you. It's a different concept. Scale that back down again. When you want to manage time, you're pretty much saying that you're going to live your life the same. You're just going to schedule things out in advance. So you just work a schedule. All right, it's 10 o'clock, I do this. 11 o'clock, I do that. But when you manage time doesn't prepare you for when you get punched in the face with reality. 10 o'clock comes around, you're doing this task, and then boom, you get a call, so the loved one just got a car accident. So whatever you're planning on doing at 11, you got to cancel, you got to put off. And let's say that 11 o'clock was your workout. Or that 11 o'clock was your meditation, and that 11 o'clock was lunch that you don't have with you, you were going to go out and get it. See, if you control time, you'll spend the time that you're not doing anything else. There's nothing that's demanding of you to physically be there, physical presence, and you're optimizing that time to prepare for when life happens. That's the difference. When you manage time, you're just scheduling shit. You're scheduling out your day, but it's not preparing you for when life happens. When I was running organizations, this would always happen. I would always try to schedule things out, interviews, meetings. But lo and behold, crap, we got robbed. And that immediately just cuts off my schedule, my perfect little schedule that I planned. Every day I woke up at 4 in the morning though. I worked out, I ate, I planned everything. And then lo and behold, 7 in the morning sometimes, I got cracked in the face with, someone's sick, the store's not going to open, blah, 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 something else is going to happen. I have a flat tire. There's accident on the highway. I left way early, so I have more time to either just sit in traffic or go a longer route. Right? You're having control of what you're able to do when life happens, and that is the big difference. That's the big key difference between managing time and controlling time. You want to control time. You want to be able to control, because you want your sense of control, and you need a sense of control. Managing it, you're still going to get tossed, because managing time is literally not taking in consideration of life events, life happening. You're thinking that you're a boss because you're able to effectively work a schedule, and you get derailed occasionally, or maybe you schedule workouts at night, in the evening when you get out of work, but you had a stressful day, more stress than what you're expecting, and you take it off, right? Or there's a social event that just popped up. We're going to do this after work. Oh man, it would be really great to see all those people. And you take off exercising, you take off eating right, you take off reading. You're mentally strained and stressed out, so you're like, yeah, I'm not going to learn today. It's too much. It's too much to take in. I'm just not in the mood. So you just pull off shit because you're effectively working a schedule. And that schedule just gets bombarded with other bullshit constantly. You got to control. You got to put things in place that checks and blocks and literally prevents life steering its head your direction to stop you from your path. It'll give you that sense of control. So, you can start with waking up early. Waking up early is the most effective way to control time. I can't emphasize this enough. Waking up at 4 o'clock, it does suck, but once you get your body in a rhythm, it's amazing. It's so peaceful. There's nothing going on. You will stop using your phone less and less, or going online, social media, because if you go on at 4 o'clock, there's nothing happening. You're not getting alerts, all that type of stuff. So the great thing about it is, if you start that process, in the beginning you'll probably just continue doing bad habits, and eventually you're just going to be like, there's no reason why I shouldn't be working out now. There's no reason why I shouldn't be watching these programs to make me better. There's no reason why I shouldn't be reading, learning, starting my business, working on my business. There's no reason why, right? Because you have all this extra time. You're controlling it. You're consolidating and controlling things that are happening. And lo and behold, if you wake up earlier, you're going to be tired later. And then you're going to have more, you're going to be using more of the day, and you're going to get better sleep, better quality. You'll sleep faster, which is a crazy thing to think about. But you will literally go to sleep fast and stay sleep fast, because you're going to be so tired, your body's not going to go through the on and off switch of circadian rhythm. I'm just spewing a bunch of stuff, not to confuse you. I don't want to go down that topic. I just want to talk about this concept of controlling time. You got to control time. Stop managing it. Managing it is just a schedule, and life is still going to crack you in the teeth. Controlling time is you're going to punch life before it punches you. That's what you got to do. Add control to your life. The more control you have in your life, the more confident, the more freedom you'll have, the more positivity, enthusiasm you're going to have. Waking up early is going to be great. You could do this in different ways, depending on wherever you are, wherever you're doing in life. It can be a bunch of things. But structure your day so that you're doing things that you know you need to accomplish when you know that there's nothing that's going to hit you. And you're going to get those things done, so when life does happen that day, that happens it's inevitable. preparing, like, that's why controlling time is great. You're understanding that something bad's probably going to happen today, or something that I'm not planning for is going to jump in. And actually today, a perfect example, I had all these ideas of today, which still can happen, but I got out of the shower and boom, an appointment that I'm forced to do 3 hours. So I was like, all right, I gotta readjust and all that type of stuff. So it's gonna happen all the time, especially when you are doing more. It's gonna have more problems. A lot of problems are actually good in most cases because it shows that things are working. But you gotta control time. You gotta get control in your life and control it instead of manage it. Time is going to continuously move forward with or without you. Control the time that you have presently, and don't just be a ding dong and think that you're just able to manage it, because no matter what, you're going to steer off. This is a mindset thing, right? This is something that we're all experiencing, and there's one of two different ways you can look at it. Which one do you want to look at? Do you want to control? Do you want to have control? Or do you just want to be a manager? I want to control. Indestructible me, your everything coach. Change the mind and we change the world. Thank you for tuning in, and always be great.